Madam President, I rise today filled with anguish and heartbreak that is shared by so many Americans who are watching over the past weeks as countless innocent children and innocent civilians have been killed and live in states of great fear or even terror. Millions who are running for bomb shelters time and time again. Seeing people in Gaza killed, maimed, seeing people in Israel live under the terror in the skies and terror coming from below. I want to stand resolute and clear about the true cause of this crisis, and that lies squarely with Hamas, a terrorist organization whose ends do not start and finish with the well-being of the Palestinian people. Their primary focus, their clear agenda, is not peace for their people. Written into their very charter is the firm determination to eliminate the state of Israel. They have proven this evil determination to do everything necessary to achieve their goals. They are willing to kill Israelis. They are willing to kill Americans. They have killed them both, and even worse, they're willing to put innocent Palestinians in harm's way, causing death and destruction within their own communities, to their own children, to their hospitals, and to their schools. They are in the interest of racking up casualties to add what they consider in a warped way moral force for their terroristic aims. I believe clearly on the evidence that this terrorist organization is willing to stop at no ends in order to build their tunnels and to advocate and advance their ends. They're willing to deny their people food. They're willing to deny their people construction materials that could be building schools and building infrastructure. They're willing to deny medical supplies. They're willing to deny a higher standard of living in order to support clearly terrorist activities. This is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. And this is unacceptable. We, as Americans, cannot advocate for or in any way accept a false peace that will allow Hamas, a terrorist organization, to continue their efforts to destroy the state of Israel. Hamas is not seeking peace. Hamas is not seeking the peaceful coexistence between two states. What they are simply doing is willing to cause death and destruction to destroy Israel. Hamas is not a democratically elected organization. They are a terrorist organization. They do not speak for the Palestinian people. Hamas speaks for Hamas. And their history of killing Americans and Israelis and putting countless of their own people in harm's way, causing their destruction and their denial of the basics, must be stopped. And for the sake of the Palestinian people and for the sake of the Israeli people, we as a nation cannot support any measures or any agenda that gives this terrorist organization harbor or support, that gives this terrorist organization any advantage in trying to achieve their ends. We cannot in this nation advocate for that kind of false peace that allows Hamas to go back to tunneling, to firing rockets, to hiding missiles in schools and in hospitals, and putting more innocent children at harm's risk. We, as Americans, must advocate for a true peace, where two sides clearly recognize the right for peaceful coexistence, and where both sides pledge to a true cessation of aggression, not a pause that allows one side to go back to its evil ends, to tunneling, to plotting, to preparing just for the next attack. We have seen this before in recent history, and we cannot allow it again. Right now, we are in a state of crisis, and America's voice must be resolute. We stand with our ally. We stand with the democratic state of Israel. We stand against terrorism. And this is why today I come before you to support the $225 million in additional funding requested by the Department of Defense to ensure that the Iron Dome in Israel remains equipped to protect civilians from Hamas-fired rockets. I request 30 more seconds from the President.
Without objection.
Hamas has fired over 2,500 rockets at Israel in the past weeks, putting innocent Palestinians at risk to protect their stockpiles and their evil ends. Yesterday alone, 51 rockets and mortar shells were fired at Israel. Now, in this time of crisis, America must stand for a true peace for the Palestinian people and for the Israeli people. And now, as a terrorist organization has evil ends to destroy the state of Israel, we must stand with our ally. We must stand with the state of Israel. We must stand for peace. And therefore, I support this expenditure and continue a resolute, unwavering, and unequivocal support of the continuance of the state of Israel. Thank you very much, Mr. President.